You want to sit there, Ben?
Thanks for sending me the questions. Gave me time to think about it. Gave me time to think about it and hopefully be funny in some cases. That's the goal. Okay.
First of all, thank you so much for doing this again. It was really fun the first time we did it, and we're just kind of thinking this term, we're like, why don't we just see if he's available?
It's great to do this. There's a lovely symmetry to this, right? It's
you got a
bookend, and I like that we're all wearing our proper shirts.
I'm really
so
flattered that you hung on to it.
Of course,
I'm sure
did.
It was like hanging prominently on the wall above the fire.
My wife's so tired of seeing you wear it that it's a problem. Don't you have anything else to wear except your KRLXcellent shirt? But okay.
All right, you want to kick us off?
Sure.
Alex?
So we interviewed you for our listeners who aren't, haven't listened for all 4 years.
And who maybe don't remember that it's the greatest episode ever of our show. Right.
We interviewed you in the fall of 2014, our first term at Carleton. So what has changed in the past 4 years?
Well, a lot of things have changed. First of all, your status as beloved and legendary radio host has only skyrocketed during those years, right? Okay. I've lost more hair. Okay. I've lost another millisecond in my reaction time. No, you're still doing that. I would say I've lost another millisecond in my reaction time as a broomball goalie, which is an inevitable decline that I struggle with. College has lots of new faculty that we've hired in over those years, new buildings, right? There wouldn't have been a Performance Commons addition to the White Center. Scoville would have been in its old crappy domain. Lots of new students. You've gone from being freshmen to, wise and learned seniors. But, what I hope hasn't changed a lot during those years are sort of core culture, core values, core personality of Carleton. I think this place continues to be, both really good and really unpretentious and decent and kind in the right kinds of ways. And hopefully 40 years from now, that doesn't change either.
Well, one of the things you mentioned that's brand new is this new science building we've got going up. What'll it take to get our name on the new science building?
Really easy. $50 million.
Easy.
We can do that. If I will
with our radio revenue, that's
absolutely okay. Well, the brand that you have acquired, I am prepared to break out the pledge payments right now.
Perfect.
To do that.
Okay.
But,
perfect.
We can do it on like a monthly installment basis.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can. Okay, but the installments may still be a little larger than you're.
How about like a layaway?
Okay. Yeah, that one we don't do as much of. But short of naming the entire complex, I'm just saying there are all kinds of what are called smaller naming opportunities available. So as you go out in the world and you become fabulously successsul, we'll talk.
What about like a dry erase marker?
Okay. For the right price, almost anything can be made. Okay.
Whiteboard.
I'm sure there can be a KRLX whiteboard, probably. Yeah, it's doable. Okay.
So in the last interview, you said that your favorite song was Beach Baby by First Class. Is that still your favorite song?
It is my secret bubblegum favorite song, okay? But there are many other songs I also like. I like Help Me Rhonda a lot, okay? Anything from Hamilton, okay? Went through the Hamilton obsessed stage. But I also brought for you what I like to think of as the theme song of college and university administrators everywhere, which is a favorite song of mine too. So I'm going to play this for you. Do you know the movie Horse Feathers? Do you know the song that Groucho Marx sings, Whatever It Is, I'm Against It?
It sounds familiar.
You've got to hear this. Okay, can we do this?
Yep,
okay.
yeah.
So. Oh, come on now. It's the load. What exactly?
They would like to submit to you. I think you know what the trustees can do with their suggestions. I don't know what they have to say. It makes no difference anyway. Whatever it is, I'm against it. No matter what it is or who commenced it, I'm against it. Your proposition may be good, but let's have one thing understood. Whatever it is, I'm against it. And even when you changed it all, condensed it, I'm against it. I'm opposed to it. On general principles, I'm opposed to it. For months before my son was born, I used to yell from night till morn, whatever it is, I'm against it. And I've kept yelling since I first commenced it. I'm against it.
That's perfect.
Very useful
That's perfect.
for all college
Absolutely.
presidents everywhere to sing, right? Okay.
I'd set that as my alarm in the morning.
It's a great song, right? But Beach Babies still.
What's your favorite part about Carleton College, and why is it KRLXcellent?
Well, my favorite thing about Carleton, truly and honestly, are the students. You know, they are the best combination of really thoughtful, bright, idealistic, but also earnest and decent and kind college students of any place I've ever been at. And I've spent a lot of time at a lot of different colleges, and truthfully, I love the students here more than any other place I've ever been at. Physical places on campus that I love, there are two things. One, right out in front of this building, there's a tree that's my tree that they planted for my inauguration.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it's this red spire maple tree, and so it's the most important tree anywhere on campus, and so I like my tree. But there's a part in the lower arb that I'm also especially fond of. So there's a place where you're starting to go up a hill, and just the prairie really opens up in the lower arb, and just walking through that part of the prairie transports me. So those are some of my favorite things and places.
Do you go hiking in the arb often?
A lot, yeah, especially with the dog.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a great part of Carleton.
Yeah, it's a really special thing. That's when Cowling took the college farm and turned it into the Arboretum. That was like, damn, that was smart. I mean, you know, I try to make decisions today that 50 years from now people will say the way that we talk about that decision as something that was really wise and defining and made this college a better place. And that was a major gift to us all.
So what has been the most surprising thing about being president of Carleton?
Yeah, you know, this is a good question. And the thing that really rankles and surprises me the most, you would think that I would be enabled to eat for free in the dining hall all the time. And I'm not. They make me pay, okay?
Wow.
And that just seems profoundly wrong and troubling to me. And that was a big surprise. Okay.
I'm a student manager in the dining hall, so.
Do they let you eat for free?
No, they don't.
Yeah!
It's shocking. It's shocking. We should revolt.
Well, you know, I'm on the barricades with you when it comes, right?
Next time.
Right.
Yeah,
That would
maybe,
never
maybe.
happen,
No,
I'm sure
yeah.
not. Right, exactly. We wouldn't want to get you in trouble. Okay.
Let's see. Do you have any hidden
I
talents?
do.
Ooh.
Okay. So there are obvious talents, like, you know, playing broomball.
Right.
But I have three
Right.
hidden talents
Three
that
of
I've rarely revealed.
Okay.
Okay,
This
first.
is the KRLXcellent exclusive.
Yeah, okay, I can throw M&Ms up in the air and catch them in my mouth.
Wow. Do we have?
Okay.
Yeah, do you have an example?
I could probably find some when we're done. Okay, I'll do that. Okay. Second, I am really, really good at untangling jewelry, like necklaces or something. You know, that gets all twisted up.
that's
I'm really good at
useful,
that.
yeah.
And three, I build amazing sand castles.
Nice.
So on the beach when I take my kids there. So those are three little known talents, and I'll try and do the M&M thing for you later on.
Awesome. So what similarities do you have with the President of the United States? You're both presidents.
Okay. Yeah.
You're both in charge
We're
of big
both presidents. We were
organizations.
both nominally born in New York State, though I'm from upstate New York, not from New York City. And other than that, I want to believe that there is nothing that I have in common with the President of the United States.
So you've never colluded with the Russians?
No. Well, I am Russian or Lithuanian, technically, by ancestry, but I will say unequivocally for the record that Bob Mueller and Rod Rosenstein, I'm not hiding any from them, and I'm glad to cooperate them, and I have full faith in their doing their duty.
What's your greatest weakness?
Well, the obvious answer for that is I care too much.
Oh, that's
And
a
I'm
good
too
answer.
perfectionistic,
Yeah.
right? I
Too
work so hard to be too
punctual.
punctual, all those things. I would say actually my greatest weakness is I'm probably too heavy an editor of other people's writing. You know, when people hand me stuff,
Yeah.
I maybe should just let it go, but I'm not good at that. I always think I can make it better, and perhaps the blue pencil's a little
That's a
too
good answer.
too obvious.
Strive for perfection.
Yeah.
So can you take us to the top of the crane?
I wish. I'd like to go to the top of the crane.
They don't let you up there?
They don't.
I
Okay,
feel
they've
like-
let me in, like, on the ground construction equipment, and in fact, this is old. This was when I was president of New Paltz, but like, You know, like every little boy, I want to play with toys, okay? So I've been in the earth movers, but no, they will not let me up in the top of the crane. And I would totally love to go on the top of the crane, but they will not let me go there.
If you could figure out a deal between the construction company, you could sell rides in the crane.
You would think that could be the $50 million
exactly,
that we would need for that, yeah. It's those liability issues that get in the way. So sadly, I can't get in the crane, so I can't get you in the crane. But I could probably get you in the tunnels. There are probably ways to do that. Okay, the water tower are also off limits to me. Okay.
So you've never been up the water tower?
I've never been up the water tower. Okay. The water tower holds less interest to me. Tunnels are cool. I've been in the tunnels. The crane would hold intense interest.
Yeah, so I was thinking like a graduation photo of, you know, the whole senior class line.
On the crane.
Landing on top of the crane.
Okay, yeah. probably not going to have, yeah, that's the best way to do it is to Photoshop on that one, I'm afraid, yeah.
All right, but the tunnels, though, we should set up a time to...
There might be ways of doing it. There have on occasion been folks who have gotten to the tunnels, legitimately.
Okay.
The tunnels. Okay, we could talk.
Did you follow the royal wedding, and who were you rooting for?
Yes, so the royal wedding. Huge debates in my family about this. I have to confess, I am not a big British royal family person, okay? But there is one member, and only one member, of the British royal family that I like. That's the Queen. Because she's like spent her whole life and never gotten any trouble and puts England above everything else. And I don't know if you've ever watched the Crown TV series. It's actually very good. And if the Crown is true, there's actually more depth to the Queen than you might have otherwise thought.
Okay.
Other than the Queen, no, they could all go away tomorrow and I'd be perfectly happy. Except I like her corgis also. But I just read in the paper that the last corgi went to doggy heaven. So, yeah, and since the Queen is getting old, she's not going to get any more corgis. But other than that, no, I don't care about the road.
All right, well, keeping in the vein of topical news, the new Han Solo movie's coming out this week. Are you a Star Wars fan?
I'm a huge Star Wars fan.
You're a big Star Wars fan?
Yeah.
If they were to make a spin-off movie on any of the Star Wars characters.
Okay, yeah, I thought a lot about this question. I'm very glad that KRLXcellent has given me this platform. Yeah. I am outraged about something from the last Star Wars movie that came out, okay? Admiral Akbar deserves his own movie.
That's a good answer.
Okay, and the fact that they killed Admiral Akbar off with never so much as a how do you do in that last movie is, I'm really upset about this. So I want the Admiral Akbar movie, and I am prepared.
Personally, I want a Jar Jar Binks movie.
Are
you familiar with the theory that Jar Jar Binks
is in fact Sidious? Yeah, I am familiar with that.
I think we need to.
He creates enough stuff around him. Okay, I like the scene in Phantom Menace where Jar Jar Binks is trying to eat the fruit and Liam Neeson grabs the tongue and says, "Don't."
Yeah, he's the glue that holds the whole series.
I don't hate Jar Jar, but Akbar's cool.
So Amine was the spring concert headliner.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite Amine song?
So I decided to answer this differently. I decided to tell you what my favorite anime song is as opposed to my favorite anime song. My favorite anime song is the theme from Code Lyoko. Do you know what Code Lyoko is?
Terrific. It was the French anime on like Cartoon Network.
You got it.
Wow.
Okay. Now there is a debate apparently about whether it technically qualifies as anime or not. When I was telling my kids last night that this was the answer I was going to give to this question, they said you can't because it's not really anime. I don't know. Looked like anime.
It looks. It's in the style of anime.
So do I get credit for that?
I think we can count it.
Otherwise, I'm going with Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all themes, but that's cliche. Code Lyoko's much cooler. Okay, good, excellent, good. Credit for Code Lyoko.
I feel like we bonded right there.
Okay, yeah, I love Code Lyoko. Right, absolutely. M&A, I would have had to look up what his songs were. Okay, but apparently he's a big deal. Okay. Well, us three then.
What's your favorite type of tree bark?
This was an unusual question.
I didn't write these.
So this question was given to me by some friends in the physics department who like to ask professors what their favorite type of tree bark is.
Okay, well, I had to think, and generally I have favorites for almost everything in the world, so it wasn't too hard to come up with. So I'm going to go with white birch tree bark for two reasons. First, You can make like arts and crafts with it, like little wallets and little, pouchy type things.
Birch is like a nice
birches, you can make
pliable,
stuff with it, right. And also, I think you can use white birch bark, maybe it's the roots that you need to use, to make soda birch beer.
Yeah.
So I think you could use it to help make soft drinks. So therefore, I also like it for that.
It's the most complete bark-related question.
I'm pretty damn excited to be able to give you the most. Wow, I've reached a whole new level of achievement. The most complete bark-related answer.
Yeah, I think
Okay,
that should go on the resume. The CV.
that's good. It's a great relief.
You want this one?
Go ahead.
Okay. Do you know where Schiller is?
Yeah.
You do.
Or I could, with one call or one query, I could find out. Yeah.
Who do
Okay,
you call?
but I can't tell you. You'd have to like force me to work at Amherst or McAllister and torture me before I would reveal. Okay, but yeah, I have ways.
All right.
Okay.
Those guys.
Those are
up
not
there,
the real.
those
So
aren't
on the
official ones?
left, that is a Lego
Oh,
Schiller.
okay.
So when they made the all the sesquicentennial things, there were all the Lego models of the buildings, and you see them in the library. They also made a Lego Schiller head.
All
So
right.
that's it. And on the right is Ms. Schiller. There was apparently in the early 80s, and this was good of Carleton, a desire to, not just have masculine Schiller, but let's, and today we would have both male, female, and non-gender binary Schiller, but Ms. Schiller never really took off, okay? But the people that tried to push and promote Ms. Schiller when they left Carleton several years ago weren't sure what to do with this bust of her and gave her to me, so she's in my office.
Nice.
Available for rental or other things. Okay.
Awesome. Do you want to go tubing down the Cannon River?
No. I see these people that are fishing in the Cannon River and presumably eating the fish that come out of the Cannon River. I don't get that. I'm not eating the fish that come out of the Cannon River, and I'm really not going tubing in the Cannon River.
That's pretty fun.
Have you done
That's a
it?
good time.
Yeah. Canoeing,
Nice.
maybe I would do.
Yeah. Is it the water? It's the.
Or the farm
or
runoff?
It's just
the farm runoff.
Yeah.
It's just I'm not entirely convinced what's in there. When my dog goes swimming in the river, when
It's
she comes back, she's never quite. The aromatic residue of this does not appeal.
Got it.
Okay, but you've done it and lived to tell.
So far.
Okay.
What did you want to be when you grew up?
Yeah, this is a good question. It changed over time. So initially, I wanted to be a garbage man. I wanted to be the guy that drove the garbage truck. Then I wanted to be Assistant Secretary of State for African Affairs for a while.
Okay.
And then I wanted to be a college president. And the really scary thing when I thought about these three is they're all, in a creepy way, kind of related to each other. They all involve kind of cleaning up messes, sometimes not of your own making, and dealing with the consequences of stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff /
I feel like, did we ask that question?
We did ask that.
Did I
Was
give
that
you the
just for
same answer?
continuity right there?
Make sure that you haven't been replaced.
Was I consistent?
You were.
All right, awesome. That's
Well
good.
done.
Okay. Well, Mark Twain once said, I think it was Mark Twain, it's always the best policy to tell the truth, unless, of course, you happen to be an exceptionally good liar. And I'm not a good liar at all, so giving the same answer would seem to be right. So, yeah, there you go.
What's your favorite Eagles song?
To me, this is obvious, although Jane and I got in a huge argument about it last night after I revealed my answer. Hotel California. I think it's really cool, kind of slightly creepy song, and Jane's too creeped out by it, but I think Hotel California is very cool, and I like the line, you can check out any time you like, but you can never
That's a
leave.
pretty good one.
Good song.
Do you have
College
a favorite?
isn't like that.
No,
Right?
definitely not. Do you have, what are your favorite Eagles songs?
I'm pretty partial to Desperado.
Yeah,
That's a
good song.
That's a good one.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Desperado, I really connect with.
Desperado's
lyrics.
kind of been an unofficial theme song of KRLX.
Oh, really? Wow.
We kind of
Okay.
envision ourselves as desperados.
I can see
who
that.
can't come down
Okay.
from the fences.
Yeah, okay.
It's been a big part of our show. We do it a cappella like once a term probably. It's
Wow. Very cool. Okay.
We won't demonstrate.
I was going to say, there's a question about singing a song, and we could do Desperado. Okay.
Do you have a go-to? This is another question we asked before. Do you have a go-to dance move?
Yeah. Okay, now I'm a really terrible dancer.
Yeah,
Okay,
me too.
legendarily bad. And at my wedding, when my wife and I tried to do the one dance move that I will talk about, people like clapped and laughed in equal measure. But yes, so I had an older sister who went to college at William and Mary in Virginia. She's a very good dancer, and they did lots of swing dancing there. And so she taught me this really fancy, pretzel-y, twisty move that
Is that the official
I could
term?
show you. But yeah, it's called the pretzel.
Okay.
Okay, and it's very good. Okay. You want to see how you do this?
Yes.
Okay, come here.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right, they need a little bit of room. Okay.
Here, let me get the camera out here.
Okay. All right. Got this?
Yeah.
Okay, so I go like this, okay. What, this.
Okay.
Pull you through, and then go around, and you go like
This
this.
is really complicated.
Okay, and twist around.
Okay.
And I think that's it.
That's it.
Okay.
How do we do?
That was excellent.
Okay, great. Okay, that's.
That was way more complex than
It's way
anything
too
I've ever
complex.
attempted
Yeah, and I'm not
to
sure I
do.
got every
I feel
part,
like
but
I
sort of
I
twist around
sprained
when you do it.
something. in
Okay,
my
well, you know,
shoulder,
it's
so-
all for the muse.
Okay.
It's usually for me. It's the sprinkler.
How's the sprinkler?
This one.
Oh,
Yeah, that
that's
one.
very nice.
Or you just kind of sit in a corner and you go like this.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
that
I
one
can
I
do
got.
that.
I was very good at that in like junior high school and middle school.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was my
no, I've
favorite
still
dancing
been
move.
rocking
Okay,
that
that's
dance
yeah,
move.
that's go like this. That's nice. I like that.
So music is a big part of our radio show. In every show, we sing a song.
Yeah,
Last time we interviewed you, you sang the Love Boat
I
theme.
did.
I don't know if you
Okay,
remember that.
yes.
It's been my ringtone for 4
Okay,
years.
wow, I'm really touched. Okay.
Oh, would you care to sing another song for us?
Well, you know, I'm tempted to try and do Desperado with you, but I'm not sure I know all the lyrics as well. But if you're willing, I think it would be entirely right and appropriate if we sang the Alma Mater together. Do you know the words, the
No.
Alma Mater? Okay.
Of course.
Okay. Of course.
We
Okay.
do.
All
Let
right.
me just.
I don't have to look them up. Okay.
I'm. All right.
Okay. So you want to do this?
Let's do it.
All right. On three.
Wait. Can you give us a G? What key is this in?
I can only sing in whatever key I know how to
Okay.
sing it. I can't do anything.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's.
Oh,
Carleton, our alma mater, we hail the maize and blue. Thy name is ever dearest, thy children ever true. O Carleton, our alma mater, to thee we sing our praise. For thee we fight, to thee we pledge the strength of all our days.
Wow. That was beautiful.
Or something, okay.
Or something.
Right.
Awesome.
Thank you for that.
Sure.
So graduation's right around the corner. Do you have the diplomas like saved on a desktop somewhere?
I haven't saved in the next room. I finished signing
Really?
them all this morning.
Wow.
Okay.
So
Your
my
diplomas,
diploma
it's
is
there.
there's a physical diploma
It's a
with my
physical
name.
diploma
Oh my God.
signed individually by
Wow.
me and by the board chair.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Alex's is just printed off.
Yeah.
They're both there. They're in the other room, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I could
That's
like
crazy.
wave it in front of you, but I think that's like bad karma, right?
Maybe. Just write like a little note to KRLXcellent.
Yeah, they're there in the next room.
Awesome. So have you thought about your graduation speech?
I have. I've got an idea. It's not written yet. But rumor has it that you have ideas.
We do
for
have
me.
ideas.
So I would like to hear the ideas.
We wrote a commencement address. Do we not finish it? Well, we've got most of it.
It'll be like
But I guess
Hubert's
so some of it,
unfinished symphony.
where you see sentences
That
which are
Alex's
unfinished,
version,
you're
okay.
supposed to kind of riff off them.
Oh, that's good. Okay, it's a jazz graduation speech.
Yeah, so.
Oh yeah.
So, are you gonna read it here? Are you gonna read this?
No,
you're gonna- I'm gonna. I'm gonna read this. Okay. Okay, well, I'm sure that this will provide inspiration that I will be able to use, and we'll see what I can do.
Well, do you want to read it for our listeners?
Do you want me to read it here? I'll read part of it. Okay, it's a little long, but okay. So, apparently I'm supposed to deliver this while being lowered onto the stage by the crane, which certainly would please me very much. Good morning. It's my pleasure to congratulate the graduating class of 2018 on their laudable accomplishments. While you all look the part, this day is about much more than cosplaying wizards with impractical hats. Though I'll be by after good, so if anyone is looking to... What does LARP mean?
Live action role play. It's when people dress up as wizards and fight.
Wow, okay, so you could argue that I do that all the time. Okay. This day is about looking back at what you've accomplished and looking forward to the bright futures you all have, and then looking back again to make sure no cars are coming. That's actually pretty good. I would like to start by taking a trip down memory lane. Remember your first days at Carleton, the excitement of the Frisbee toss. And here we go. I hear the band Seismic Whisper. Is that
That's my radio
your
name.
Radio name? Okay, is to be is yet to be reunited with your Frisbee. So somebody got it and never gave it back?
Never gave it back.
Oh.
It's tragic.
Well, no, it's probably like unrequited love. It's probably someone
I'm
who's saving it, and 20 years from now will use this as a way to reunite with you. It will be very romantic.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, there's Beach Baby stuff here. This is very nice. Graduating college is a big deal. In the immortal words of first class, the song Beach Baby. Okay, we don't need to sing that here, but okay. Yeah, I should probably be wearing a Hawaiian shirt and flip-flops for that part of the song. Okay. Oh, but you've put it in a literary frame. In this passage, we see a naive protagonist. That's very good. Okay. Over the past 4 years, I've had the time of my life. No, I've never felt this way before. Yes, I swear it's true, and I owe it all to you. Aren't those bad rock lyrics from something?
This whole paragraph.
Very nice. Okay. Yes, I see. There are a number of cliches that you've been able to use here. I've been afraid of the... Okay. Oh, but you're ending with ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low. That's good. Okay, that's classic. Okay, well, you've given me a lot of material here, and I'll see whether I can... Feel free to use with attribution, of course.
Of course,
okay.
Yeah,
excellent. Thank you. Okay.
Awesome. So do you remember your college graduation?
Yeah, I do. It's interesting. The two most obvious things I remember about my college graduation are that they gave an honorary degree to James Earl Jones. So we talked about Star Wars earlier, so, voice of Darth Vader. And do you know Gregory Peck, like To Kill a Mockingbird?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Gregory Peck's daughter was in my class at college. I did not know her, but my parents were much more excited to see Gregory Peck at my college graduation than anything else that happened at the graduation. They were more interested in seeing him than seeing me in my gown. So I'm pretty hurt by that.
Did Gregory Peck cite Beach Baby, though?
He didn't. He didn't get to talk at all.
Oh,
okay, yeah. So he wasn't maybe as cool as I thought, but yeah. But, I do remember, in all seriousness, that, I had loved college, but I was also ready at that moment to graduate. And, hopefully you also, hopefully you've been really happy here, but hopefully you'll also reach a point where, the idea of staying and doing a 5th year here without graduating doesn't feel right. That you're kind of ready to move on at this point. And, I think our job between now and, the end of senior week is to kind of get you to that place. But hopefully what that will mean, and I know this is one of the other questions, is, that you'll come back to this place and that you will stay in touch with the friends that really matter to you, that you will come back and visit professors who were good mentors. Let's commit right now that we'll do another alumni interview at some point, 5 years from now.
We'll have to get a real radio show.
Yeah, well, there is that problem, right, okay. But, if we've provided the right type of college experience for you, this will be a place that has a hold on your heart, and you'll want to stay connected with it in some form or another. Certainly we want you to give to the annual fund, but more importantly than that, we want you to think of this as a place that really helped launch you and help you grow and help you begin to realize the dreams that you had for life. Getting maudlin, but, that time of year.
How did you navigate the transition out of college into the real world?
Yeah, for me that was really pretty easy. So I'd been admitted to Harvard Law School halfway through my senior year at college, so I sort of knew from January that I was just going right from, I was going to have a summer off and then I was going to show up in Cambridge and start studying law. So.
Was that a big transition?
Yeah, much harder than I thought it was going to be, actually, and to my own discredit. I went off to law school without really understanding why I was going to law school. I never talked to lawyers. I never actually went and visited law school or sat into law school classes. I just sort of thought it would be a continuation of college, except it would be studying law in a different place. And, you know, I showed up, and Harvard is a very large law school and a pretty impersonal law school. And I really wasn't terribly happy intellectually for a long time there because it wasn't like college. It was very pre-professional, and large numbers of my classmates wanted nothing so much as just to get a job with the biggest firm they could on Wall Street or New York City or DC and just make a lot of money. And you know, I wasn't adverse to making a lot of money, but that was not what was driving me. And I needed to just kind of recalibrate. If I could go back, I would take a year off, probably work on Capitol Hill for a year, think a little bit more about why I was going to law school. So, but I handled the transition just fine. It was November and December of that next year when the adjustment really came from.
I think that's it. Do you have anything else to say to our audience? Or?
Well, you know, there's this bittersweet moment here because KRLXcellent has been and will be talked about, I assume, for decades as kind of the golden age of radio, right? This moment when this rare constellation of personality and talent came together almost like kismet, and that would be coming to an end is difficult to wrap my arms around. But you know, we'll always have the tapes, and we'll be able to remember this. And to have been part of it twice now is a profound privilege. And actually, seriously, it's been a lot of fun to us.
Yeah, it's been awesome. It's been awesome. Yeah, thank you so much. We really
a pleasure.
We know you probably have better things to do. But
this was actually a really nice thing to do, and there is. I mean, I absolutely remember. I still have the picture of us doing this before. We probably should take one more picture to recreate. Okay. There's this really nice sense of symmetrical closure. So I was really glad when you wrote to say that could we do this, and sure, delighted to.
All right.